All right, and welcome back to Life at the Outpost for 2026. Round one is concluded, and Vegas is done and dusted. And dusted or dusty is how I think a lot of Cowboys fans and well, that was probably really how you could describe our performance in the end as well. Anyway, but yeah, yeah, big trip. Lots of fan stuff, lots of media stuff from the sidelines, from all the way back over here. We could see unfolding and whatnot. But yeah, geez, not the result we wanted, right?
No, not at all. Yeah, jeez. I mean, look, there's like 100 different excuses you could pull from the book for the Vegas game. But let's just say it wasn't the greatest game, and we'll see how things fare against the Tigers this week.
Yeah. Talking about excuses, it is a big trip over and whatnot. But as anyone should expect or would want, we want results, not excuses. Not after the last couple seasons, anyway. And I think that's probably for me. I mean, there were definitely some exciting things here and there. There was some good prospects and whatnot.
There's
But
definitely positives, yeah,
yeah,
100%.
yeah, for sure. I think probably start with the negatives or get them out of the way anyway. First up is just very bleak in terms of defense. It just really looked like the same old defensive issues we've had the last couple of seasons, which is I don't know, not very promising. Kind of disappointing, really. You got it, lost a few players, gained a few players, a little bit of a shuffle in positions, and you got a few people fighting. I mean, well, we've got a bit more depth and quality depth now too. But yeah, geez, it really just sort of played out similar to the
Yeah,
last
and I
few
mean, you think
seasons.
about it, even even in the last few seasons where we did end up doing well and made it top eight and stuff like that,
Yeah,
uh, we still actually didn't really have the greatest defense in those one in that season either.
no, you're right. Yeah, exactly.
It was just our attack was just so dynamic and so good. It was hard to defend against us.
Could put more
Um,
points on than the other team could score.
that's exactly right. It was basically just like a glass cannon strategy.
Yeah,
But I think yeah, you really see the cracks at the moment, just like the last two seasons,
yeah.
which is a bit rough. But
Weak points, definitely.
I guess really the big negative for me really is, I mean, there's two real big ones. I think defense is probably obviously the glaring issue for all of us.
Yeah,
Um, Certain players probably their defense as well. Yeah, Drinky
yep,
still got question marks on him defensively.
yeah. Which now as
Um,
well, dealing with rib issues, he's been even worse off now, unfortunately.
yeah, I mean, he's said to be back this week, so I'm interested.
Yeah,
But I don't think it's going to make his defense any easier.
no,
Um, I think the other one that was probably a little bit of an issue for me defensively, um, was Braden Burns. Just because I think he wasn't as fast on the line speed,
yeah,
meant that he wasn't getting back enough, and when he did get back enough, then he had to erratically move, which then caused him to make defensive errors,
mm,
like the sin bin he received. But it was just super unlucky. But
almost victim of
um,
circumstance, almost in that one. There's not a lot
yeah,
done, but yeah,
yeah, that's right. I think the other big issue is, I touched on it kind of a little bit, but the line speed.
yeah, yep,
It's defense 101, I guess, really, but just to hone in on it in particular, I mean, you saw the difference in the game, in just the structure of the games over the weekend, or over the
yeah,
following week, rather,
yep,
of the teams that had ridiculously good line speed
yep,
and the ones that didn't.
yeah.
And,
Score
that's the
lines
difference
were
between 30, 40 points.
Yeah,
So,
exactly right. They were huge. That's exactly
yeah.
right. And I mean, Knights, not to take anything away from them, but very good in attack. Like almost a complete 180 from how they were last season. They were very potent, very strong, and fast. Sharp was phenomenal while he was on the field. But yeah, like with that same, like you said, line speed, average line speed, and whatnot, and just a couple defensive errors and that here and there, it doesn't help at all. And we saw
Like
that.
we only really got a look in the game because Sharp
Yep.
went down. So
Yep. Gagai almost gone over for that first try. I think it might have been disallowed, and that might have been when I think
Drinky hurt his ribs.
first hurt his ribs, because he reeled out of that. He sort of came out and was holding his ribs. I thought it might have been his wrist the way he was holding it, but I think he was just putting pressure on his ribs. Even Purdue, unfortunately, had a few defensive lapses here and there, but just things to work on. Still, I guess it is only round one, early days, and you want to you want to hope for the best. I think coming up against the Tigers this week will be the real test anyway. Back on home soil and against a team who aren't mucking around anymore. Hopefully we can show a bit more improvement. But with that out of the way anyway, I think there's a few things positives, like Marnie slotting in very well, probably almost the closest, if not a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah,
with,
it almost felt carbon copy.
Robson. Yeah, it was very, very positive in that sense. Lukey back as well. Obviously, we've missed having Lukey, and very, very instrumental in him being in the side. You don't have Bateman there. You don't have big body in Bateman, but you've got Lukey coming in, very strong ball runner and good tackler as well. I think it just positives. Even Chester, having Chester in, started quiet, but I think it's good to have him available, whether he keeps Labor out of the side, and I sort of hope he does, depending how he goes the next couple of rounds. At least we've got some...
I have a feeling we're probably going to see like a situation where Labert comes in round 3, takes number 4, and Chester is in that same sort of bench spot where he can be used if someone goes down.
Yeah,
which...
like a roving 14, not a roving 14, but like a second 14 almost, where he could be at the end of the bench, but he gets utilised wherever he's needed.
I think he'll still be an 18. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he'll be an 18 and he'll just move straight in whenever and literally anyone gets injured because he can play in any of those center forward spots.
Yeah.
He can play wing. He's still got a bit of speed about him, so
wing, fullback, wherever. And touching on that anyway, with Drinky going down, Purdue sort of stepped back in there, and he was good for that little interim, but God, I hope we don't see any knee-jerk reactions of putting him there. It was very handy that he can go back there, and he did show a little bit of flair there, but the knee-jerk reaction that I've seen...
It'll just be the carbon copy of last year, where we just...
Going into the 6.
Yeah, going into 6.
Yeah. It just... Yeah, you want to out-and-out fullback. And, Chester possibly, if you needed him there, but we've seen him go well and unfortunately get injured. So, yeah. We've got that little bit of depth, though, with Ethan King and, Mason.
Sonny Luke.
For fullback, more so.
Fullback
Ethan
at least,
King and the young guy from the trials, whose name's escaping me at the moment. But, God, he was good too. He played most of that first game, I think it was at fullback, but got a little bit of decent depth in almost every position now, which is
Sutton?
very handy.
Is it Liam Sutton, maybe?
No, not Sutton. Will come to me in a minute. It's something Mason. I don't know why it's escaping me, but he did well. He did really well. In the trials and that anyway, and it's just someone you probably don't want to rush in out of necessity or out of Mason Barber. That's it.
Barber, yeah.
Yeah, yep. Barber, that's the one. So you don't want to rush him in just, because you have had one or a couple bad games, but just if the time comes and it's right, it's good we've got a little bit of depth there. Moving forward, I guess we've got the Tigers this week down at Leichhardt, and they're usually a pretty big game, one way or the other. So hopefully we can tighten that defence up. We do a fair bit of tackling and whatnot this week, because Tigers I don't think are here to muck around now. Luai's been there for a bit, Appy's been there for a bit. They've had a few restructures.
I think they're going to come out firing for sure.
Yeah, they've lost probably a little bit more dead weight, and then
just their whole backline in general is just significantly better, and now they've got an even bigger forward pack.
Yep, KPP scares me. He was great at the Knights when he was going. He just sort of petered off a bit last year when the Knights did, but when he's in a side that can get their attack rolling, dangerous.
Actually, they yoinked Jock Madden as well, didn't they? They did.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
he should be 14. So yeah, they're gonna have it. They've got a really, really good side. It's gonna be an interesting game for sure.
Definitely. Yeah. So hopefully we can, I think, get our defensive efforts in order. I really hope we can. But yeah, I'm excited for it either way. I'll tip Cowboys in it. I'm definitely going Cowboys. I think
I've still got cows. I still think the Tigers need a little bit more time to mesh together. But you know, I'm happy to be proven wrong because I do. I mean, no one likes to hear the kick the X out of the comp sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's getting, you know, it's getting pretty rough for the old Tigers.
Yep.
Eels are on the same track, but at least the Eels have made it pretty far in the last couple of seasons, whereas there hasn't been just bomb seasons every year.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think we've really got too much more. I mean, as you'll see with every sort of, not rag media, but sports media, it'll be Peyton in the headlines, as he's probably one of the last coaches that have been or had the spotlight on him or eyes on him. He's the last one running at the moment, so I think not to...
All eyes will be on Peyton, yeah.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
No need to revel in it too much. I think it's pretty obvious. But yeah, if we don't sort of see the improvement we're hoping for, he's definitely going to have some serious questions to answer for. I mean, we did just see the board, a new bunch of ex-players and whatnot on the board, a couple club legends with Matt Scott and JT and Brent Tate and the likes. Yeah, I think winds of change maybe coming if we don't see any change on field, unfortunately. Yep. But yeah, I think that's about it for round one. We'll come back and hopefully be back in our normal sort of regularly scheduled programming. We'll have video and whatnot next week. But for now, I think that's about it. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back to you for some info on round 3 against the Titans, and that's up here. It'll be our first home game of the season.
First home game back, yep.
Hene at the helm, his first game up against us. So hopefully we can do what the Sharks did and take the sword to them. All right. Thanks for listening.